Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Recruiting Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, James Welch, the founder and CEO of Recruiting Solutions. We're glad to be back. We did take a little break over the 4th of July to celebrate the holiday, but we're back. And today we're diving into something that many salespeople tend to overlook, and that's the unique challenges and opportunities that summer presents for sales professionals. And it doesn't matter whether you're selling a product or service, the summer months bring distinct factors that can impact your performance. Now, before we get started, I'm excited to share that my new book, The Art of Military Recruiting, Lessons Learned from the Recruiting Battlefield, is now available. In it, I share insights and strategies that can help you not only succeed in military recruiting, but really in any sales environment. So whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just starting out, there's going to be something valuable for you in this book. So please check it out on Amazon. And now let's dive into today's episode. Okay, so first off, this is the most important thing I can tell you. So if you don't listen to anything else, listen to this. Regardless of what's happening in the summer, never stop prospecting. I'll say that again. No matter what's happening, never stop prospecting. And this is one of the most crucial lessons for any salesperson. Even after hitting your sales quotas for the month, maybe even for the fiscal year, you can't stop. And it can be tempting to sit back and relax once you've reached your numbers for the month. But that's one of the quickest ways to find yourself scrambling for leads later. Now, why does this matter? Because when you stop prospecting, now you risk having an empty pipeline when the next month or the next quarter comes around. And an empty pipeline means you're going to be starting from scratch again. That's a dangerous position to be in for any salesperson. And you know this. The truth is, hey, sales is a numbers game. If you stop prospecting now, you're not only putting yourself at risk for next month or maybe even the next fiscal year, but you're going to lose all that momentum that you've built up. And as soon as you stop feeding the pipeline, you're going to lose control of your future sales. So the key here is you can't stop. If you do stop today, you're going to be paying the price tomorrow. So instead of thinking about prospecting as a chore or something you just do to hit your quotas, view it as the foundation for consistent success. You may not have the same intensity given the summer activities, but you still have to prospect to some degree. You cannot stop. If you do stop, you and your team are going to pay for it later. Now, the next tip really means embracing those seasonal shifts that are going to come with the summer months. It's going to be a little bit different from the rest of the year. So you got to adjust your approach. In the summer months, of course, your prospects and your clients, they're going to be juggling vacations, family time, different work schedules. And this can mean one thing for you. It means your usual sales rhythm might need a little adjustment as well. And with that, you can't expect the same level of urgency in decision making. Some people are just going to take more time to get back with you in the summer. So you got to be prepared for that and not take it personal. The key here is you've got to adjust your cadence to fit the summer flow. And realize, yes, your clients may be less responsive, but that also provides you an opportunity to maybe reconnect in a more personal way. People are more likely to engage with you when they feel you're mindful of their schedules. You're not going to bother them when they're on vacation or they're doing something else for the summer. So be flexible, but also balance out with being persistent with gentle follow-ups. The next tip here is you might need to shift a little more to relationship building in the summer. Again, that doesn't mean we stop prospecting, but maybe we can focus more on building those special relationships. And the summer is a perfect time for doing that. Rather than just pushing for immediate sales and this kind of slower season, you can make the most of it by connecting on a deeper level with your prospective clients. You may not close a deal right away, but your efforts are now going to lay the groundwork for future sales. And how do you do that? It could be informal calls, maybe take them out for a casual coffee or lunch, or maybe even a round of golf. Whatever it might be to maintain that personal connection. And remember, people buy from people they like. And the summer months provide you an opportunity to get to know your clients beyond business. So think about how you can build and nurture those professional relationships during the summer months. All right, tip 4, you got to maximize your time. If you're working in an office environment, there's going to be times where it just slows down during the summer. And that gives you an opportunity to focus on high value activities. Yes, you may have fewer meetings, but that doesn't have to mean less work. What it means is you can actually get more done. And it's the ideal time to focus on some high impact activities that might otherwise be neglected during the busier months. What are some examples of that? Well, you could improve your sales process. You could revamp your pitch, maybe looking at some of the different products that you have available. Maybe take the opportunity to get some additional training on your own, perfect your skills, or get some additional certifications that you may need for your particular area. And begin to plan out your strategy for targeting during the fall. And that might be maybe you refine your digital presence, prep some new content, whatever it might be, so that when people get back into full work mode, you're there and ready. You have a strategy to capitalize on it. But the key is this: if you're in the office and things are slow and you've done your prospecting, stay proactive. Maximize that time to prepare for future success. And the next step is leveraging the digital tools to keep your presence out there and to keep sales going. Not everyone's going to be on vacation. Yeah, and some face-to-face meetings might decrease. But digital tools kind of keep your sales momentum going and kind of give you that broad presence to reach people wherever they may be. And if you haven't already done so, yeah, absolutely, you got to invest in social media. Make sure you have the right video conferencing tools. And then think about email campaigns to keep your prospects engaged, even when they're not physically in the office. Maybe they're working from the beach, whatever it might be. You have that digital presence out there, so they're still seeing you and thinking about you. And the point is this: you got to make sure that presence is strong, that you've got timely and relevant posts. They're going to keep your prospects interested and engaged. If you do that and you maintain a consistent digital presence, you can still reach potential clients that are working remotely or wherever they may be throughout the world. So you really got to think about that and maintain that strong digital presence. And we kind of hit on this a little bit earlier, but you have to expect delays and a slower pace in the summer. But the key is not to get discouraged. With vacations and people out of the office, it's going to happen. But keep this in mind: a no response, that can sometimes feel like a setback, but it's important to keep everything in perspective. Instead of getting discouraged, use those delays as an opportunity to gently follow up. Maybe adjust your approach or refine your sales pitch. This gives you some time to strategically plan your next steps and ensures that you're prepared when everyone else returns back to a more regular schedule. But the key is you got to expect things to be a little slower and responses to be slower or may not come at all. But don't let it set you back. And last but not least, this is a really important thing to consider. Yes, I've already said you can't stop prospecting. Again, the intensity may change a little bit, and you're going to have a lot of work you got to do throughout the summer. But be mindful of your own energy and take some time to recharge. The summer months can sometimes bring a feeling of burnout for those of us who are pushing through when everyone else may seem to be slowing down. So you got to manage your time and your energy. So think about how you can recharge and avoid that midsummer slump. And again, it doesn't mean you stop altogether, but integrate a few days here and there to recharge, take a break, and avoid burnout. And when you do that and you're energized, you're going to be enthusiastic, and your enthusiasm, that's going to show through in your sales pitch, and you're going to have some more meaningful conversations with clients. But in conclusion, remember this: the summer months, yes, things may be a little bit slower, but it's a time of great opportunity. If by adjusting your approach, focusing on building those relationships, thinking about the seasonal trends, and just being positive in your mindset, you can really make the summer season extremely successful. And just as a reminder, never stop prospecting. Again, even if you've hit your quotas, you cannot stop prospecting. Continue to keep that pipeline full so that as you move into the next month, quarter, or even fiscal year, you're going to achieve success. Again, you get an empty pipeline, you're really going to suffer moving forward. Not just you, but your team. And I would tell you this, watch your colleagues who have completely stopped and taken a huge break in the summer. Watch them in the weeks and months ahead. They're going to pay for stopping. And you'll be happy that you continued to prospect while they were taking it easy. All right. Well, hey, that's all we have for today. But thank you for tuning in to the Recruiting Solutions Podcast. I'll catch you in the next episode where we'll continue to equip you with the tools and insights needed to succeed in today's sales and recruiting world. And please don't forget, check out my new book, The Art of Military Recruiting, Lessons Learned from the Recruiting Battlefield. Again, it's a guide to success, whether you're in military recruiting or any sales role. So please go to Amazon and get your copy today. And until next time, here's James Welch wishing you more success and less stress.